Guys, this is Joy again, and I really appreciate your support, your comments, for the past two posting that we've done so far. So, but now I wanted to give like I said it in the last class, give yourself as many examples as possible. Then by so doing, you'll get acclimatized to different kind of rational and irrational number that you can have. So from here now, I want to give an example of maybe like let's say 20 example of rational numbers. So you can think of use the similar use the similar one. So we have so many examples that you can use, but most of the time when you're solving maths, always give as many examples as possible so that you can get used to it. Like now, I can say, okay, I can say something of, let's say, 3 whole number, 1 over 7, okay? So, which we know as improper fraction. So, if I want to convert this, like I mentioned, this one will not be 3 times 7, okay, plus 1 over 7. So another example that I can also give, which can also be similar, think of any number at all. So just write as many as possible. So the more you are writing it, like this one now, this one is 7 times 3, 21. 21 plus 1, that is what? 22 over 7, which is example of rational numbers. So I can think of any other number again, 10 whole number, that is, let's say 3 over 4, which is equals to, that's 10 times 4 plus 3 over 4. So if you look at it now, 10 times 4 is 40. 40 plus 3, that's 43 over 4. So example of rational number. So you can continue to think like that, just form numbers so that you can know, you can get used to it. Then for number 3, let's deal with the one of decimal. Let's say 0.97. Okay. As I mentioned yesterday, I can move this point 2 times. So it means this one will be 97 over 100. Okay. So then I can think of another number again. Let's say number 4. You have, let me just use any one, 0.478. So if you look at that one, that's an example of, rational number. I can move this point 3 times, 2, 3. So that's 478 over, that's how many times did I move the 0? I said it yesterday, 3 times. So that's another example of rational number. And I also mentioned yesterday, number 5, if you say, let's say we have square root of 4. Okay, I mentioned, don't forget, this SURD will give us plus or minus. Okay, then square root of 4, that's 2 times 2, 4. Then you have 2 over 1. I made mention of it yesterday. Anything divided by 1 is that thing. So square root of 4 is 2. Then this SURD form, which is the square root, is giving us this plus or minus. So the same thing, let me just give another example of this. Let's say square root of let me just use let's say 36. Okay, and if you have this 36, or I can say square root of, let me just say square root of 91. So 9 times 9 is 91. Don't forget, this one will change to plus or minus. So this one changed to this. So this symbol changed to plus or minus. Okay, and 9 times 9 is 91. 9 over 1. So that's another example. So all this now just shows us the different kind of rational numbers that we can get, as mentioned. So you can on your own write as many examples as possible. Then from there you can get used to it. So this section is just to give you as many examples as possible, so that at the end of the day you can practice on your own and give yourself examples. And so for example of irrational irrational numbers, as mentioned yesterday. So like I said yesterday, you have square root of 2. Okay, you can have square root of 3, you can have square root of 7, you can have square root of 11, you can have square root of 13, you can have square root of, let's say, 14, 15, you can have square root of 17, you can have square root of 19, okay, you can have square root of that will be 23, okay, you can have square root of 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So you can have square root of that's 29, okay. As many as that, you can also have square root of 30, 31, okay. So like that, you can continue like that, like that, like that. So you can also have square root of, let's say, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. You can also have square root of 37. As many as possible. You can see these are example of irrational numbers which we tag as what? SURD yesterday. So you can also sit down and get as many example as possible. So we'll be going to part 3, and I will appreciate that any of our videos you see, please ensure that you like, okay, you share, and you also comment, give as many examples as possible in the comment section, so that at the end of the day, at least it can be more interacting, and then we enjoy, this mathematics as possible. So now all these examples that you see here, they are example of irrational number, and we use them in SURD properly, because like I said yesterday, when you divide it by 2, it will give you, division without repetition. So like if you press your calculator now, you understand what I'm trying to say. You see those value. So please ensure you like, you share, you also comment, make it more interacting, so that we can all enjoy this part. So we'll be moving to part 3 of sorts. So where we calculate, and we dive deep into what calculations in sort. Thank you very much.